Talk for Future. Trends und Entwicklungen. Unsere Welt im Wandel. Erzählt mit Gästen, die etwas bewegen.
Hallo liebe Freunde vom Podcast Talk for Future. Ich bin wieder der Wolfgang Gruschwitz und wir haben, ja, wie soll es sein, jetzt switchen wir mal zu Englisch über. Ich habe hier einen international bekannten Fotografen für Retail-Architektur, Richard.
Yes.
Richard Cadan.
Yes.
And er kommt aus New York. You are from New York?
I was based in New York, and now I'm relocated to Honolulu, Hawaii. So
Much better,
nicer weather. Nicer
weather. On the East Coast, they have now 50 centimeters snow.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah,
I heard.
yeah.
People back home are freezing.
And your mayor in New York say don't go out anymore. It's like Corona. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to talk about retail and the retail industry in the States. What is the big difference? What you see with your eyes from the European things and from the international things from the States?
We were just in Amsterdam, and I realized that there was a lot of it was more in touch with the local communities than it was in the United States. Where in the U.S., I feel like they're trying to create these experiences to bring people in to sell something, which is a beautiful thing. But in Amsterdam, they just did 3D printed mannequins of people that are living in the community, so they can come in and the mannequins are of themselves, right? So it's more of a bring you in kind of feel.
Avatar.
Yeah, it really is an avatar. It's great. We look to Europe as Europe looks to the U.S., right? So I think it's a symbiotic relationship. There's, the large brands don't change. You said that you had done work with Moncler. Moncler will be the same in Europe as it will be in Chicago. Yeah. So there's all these things that we work on. That's what I think. Experience is the driver. Trying to get people to relate and trying to make them feel a certain sensation. Why do they want to come into a store?
You said more experience.
Yeah.
Is this what you miss here in Europe? The big challenge in Europe is now, how can we bring the people in? Because the product is not anymore the topic why the people come in, because they can buy it in online.
Yes.
And also the price, let's say, the price comparison is much easier online. And if they go inside and it is a little bit higher, the sensibility in prices in Germany very high. Right. So in this case, the people think it needs more community, more experiences, and we look a little bit jealousy with a jealousy focus to America and also to Asia, because they make a little bit more. It seems that it is a little bit more.
Yes.
What is your opinion?
I think that yes, the driver definitely is the experience. If you were to buy an espresso machine and you were to buy this from an Nespresso store, and you walked into the Nespresso store, they would greet you, they would talk to you. You would have items that were designed and displayed to sell you this, so you'd have smells and scents, interactive possibilities to work with the product. If you walk into a big box store, or if you click online, you just see a price and a button and you hit the button. But if you are drawn in and you have a relationship, even if you did not have a relationship with that brand before, I think then all of a sudden you feel compelled to support the brand. You want to be part of the brand, and you enjoy the experience more. So yes, I think that experience is a big driver right now, and that's what I'm seeing more and more of in the U.S. and abroad as a whole. I have not spent much time since COVID in Europe. So, but as I travel, I find that the experience is the number one driver for these.
If you see, okay, let's talk about the American market a little bit. I was in New York. Not 6 years ago, I think, last time, so it was a little bit longer. But I'm every year in Chicago, and I was also in San Francisco on the West Coast. And I saw a lot of closed stores. Also, the main streets are closed. The big brands go out. Macy's has big problems,
Yes.
and also this is a thing we have here in Germany. But how do the Americans deal with this?
I don't know how they actually deal with it, because I'm not the stores, right? But I see the same thing. The main streets, these high-end brands, they're leaving. Communities were decimated by COVID. But now I see them starting to come back in and launch again. So I see things reopening, and I see vibrance happening in downtowns again, where you are 100% correct that everything kind of got decimated. I think that was a global issue. I mean, even being here, I was here 3 years ago at the Messe, and coming for years before, you would go to Altstadt and you would enjoy in the evening, and it would go for till 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. It didn't matter what days. And then 3 years ago, everything was closed at 9 o'clock, right? So now we're seeing a resurgence. Everyone's coming back out of their shell. So that's what.
Yeah, the global situation is not very supporting everything. So, but it's slightly going up in the retail.
Yeah, yeah.
If I see, do you see retail is the brick and mortar stores? Do they have a chance?
Yeah, they're necessary.
Yeah.
Absolutely necessary. It goes back to the experience. Our younger generations, Gen Alpha, they want the retail experience where the millennials, they wanted to stay behind a computer screen, but now these new generations, they want to go out, they want to shop, they want to feel, they want a tactile, they want to smell, taste, feel. So I think that we're seeing that coming back. We heard for years that brick and mortar was dead, retail was going away. Retail is not going anywhere. Retail is stronger than it ever has been, in my opinion, and it's going to continue to build.
Yeah. I like also touchy, and I like to talk to each other and to see what's going on, because it's always much better view behind the screen. Yeah, that's cool. I hate Teams, but it's good. It's convenient in some cases.
For some cases, it's great. If you don't have to go to Chicago for that meeting, it's okay, right?
Exactly. But to get in contact, to make networking, it's cool. Yeah, that's cool. But I see that there's a lot of restaurants and bars coming up. Of course, it's more expensive than before, and the price is raised. But is this necessary to have a bar or a restaurant also in the shop? Or do you think, because you make a lot of photographs, you see a lot of things around, and I see a lot of, let's say, food and beverage items in the stores now. But is this really necessary? How many food and beverage spots can a human being stand?
I think it's important, because if you're to walk into a store and someone offers you an espresso, or if you walk into a store and someone hands you a champagne, it makes you feel appreciated as a customer. It's going to bring you more. It's going to bring the brand more value to you. It's a simple gesture, and it doesn't have to be like a full-on meal, but just a little bit of interaction with the client. It builds rapport, and people want to enjoy themselves in that manner. If you look at banking right now, they're all looking at, Capital One is a big, they're a bank out of the United States, and they all have these cafes, and they use them as years ago, people used to go into the coffee shops and they bring their computer. Now you can go into your bank, you can have the same experience, and people linger, and that linger time increases sales for the retail aspect of it. So yeah, I think everyone is looking at this. And is it necessary? No. Is it nice? Yes. Will it attract certain people? Yes, it will. Some people might run away, but
I like the way you speak.
yeah.
Okay, we have another big topic in Germany or in Europe. It's about sustainability. Everything has to be sustainable. Everything has to be CO2 not neutral. How focused and how high is this in your country?
Very high. Very high. I'm not an architect, but every firm that I work with has somebody who's LEED certified, and it becomes a huge deal. People who want to become principals in firms, they're all getting their LEED certification, because that's the future. The world's not going to change in that manner. It's going to change in a positive manner, but we're not going to go backwards from that. And I don't know how much we're saving the world by doing so, but it looks good.
Yeah, it's a little bit. I don't want to talk about politics, but I have to.
Sure.
If we go to this topic, because at the moment we in Europe, we have the feeling that America leaves the path of sustainability, and don't say that the climate change is it's really existing. So in this case, in Germany or in Europe, we have the feeling that that sustainability is not anymore this topic number one. Even you have LEED certification and all these things, but because of the politics, they say climate change is not our topic anymore, and we leave this association and all, and we don't want to. Yeah.
I don't know the answer. I think that it's going to continue to be important, and I think that politically right now, again in the U.S., there's some politics that are trying to pull away from any kind of environmental things, but I think that that's wrong, and I think that it is an important part. Again, I don't know that LEED sustainability is going to change the world, but I think that having the right course of action, having the right having your heart in the right place. Trying to see future generations, maintain, and we all have children, and many of us have children, and to see our children have a healthy life. Well, why not? I think that's an important part. I don't think it's going anywhere, and I don't think that it's correct to pull back from. Yeah.
That's good to hear, because sustainability is something you have to do in any case. But what is in your back to your profession? You saw in former times stores. You had to make nice pictures.
Yeah.
You saw the materials and all the things. Can you say how it is changed now, and how maybe you have a feeling where it is going now?
Well, I would take that question and put it into my banking portfolio more so than retail, because banking has become a retail experience. People who want to separate themselves, Capital One now has these cafes. Citibank is a huge international brand, and their headquarters in New York City. You won't find it. You can't find the teller. You would walk in and you would think you were in a beautiful Kempinski hotel, and you would think to yourself, like, you don't feel like you're in a bank. So they're using textures. They're using hand-hammered metal gates with boat winches to open and close for private wealth managers to come in about 30 feet, so 10 meters tall, 9-meter tall gates. And they're beautiful, and they're designed, the digital screens, lots of textures like felts to dampen sound, many seating areas that you can actually engage with your wealth manager or just someone from the bank, and it becomes more of a home or hospitality type setting, and I think that is the way that we're moving. Then you go into other areas, and you might find the typical old branch, but I think if they're wanting to elevate their brand, they're using these techniques. So it's textures, it's color, it's lights, digital screens, artwork, cantilevered tables that actually are functional, because they'll have screens inside the tables that you can go through your portfolio or go through investment products, and they look like it's something almost like out of Star Trek. A beautiful stone table that's cantilevered for 10 feet, and it's beautiful. Yeah. So I think this is very important.
Yeah. So digitalization is a big topic. Also in your profession.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel about AI?
I think it's a great tool, but too many people lean on it and then don't fact check. If you ask a question, or if you try to develop a picture, if you tell AI to create something, it will do it, but it doesn't mean it's going to be right. So if you use it as a tool and then you go back and you do the research to make sure it's correct, I think it's a good tool, just like anything else. Don't be blind with AI.
Are you scared about your profession, about AI?
No. Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. No. It can't.
Clear answer.
Yeah, not at all. Yeah.
I saw a letter here on one of the booths. It says, yes, it's created by AI, but it works.
Yeah, and it can. And there's, again, AI is a wonderful tool. We thought when the iPhone came out, every creative director would just walk around a laptop, and why do you need a photographer anymore, right? They don't have the eye, they don't know what they're looking for, and they don't know how to do it. Job security is safe because I know my profession and I know how to craft my profession, as well as, again, you can enhance through AI, but I wouldn't create and then just walk away with it. if you studied something, whether it be architecture, photography, you are educated in it, you are become a consummate professional. And once you have those base skills, then you can kind of go up and you can use other tools, whether it be AI or anything else, Photoshop. But that's important.
That sounds good. Richard, it was a pleasure to talk to you in a very small and easy way.
Yeah.
Simple questions, simple answers, a little bit.
Thank you for having me.
You have children?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your wish for the children or for the next generation?
I want them to have a great life. I want them to enjoy life. I don't want them to be overtaken by AI. I want them to go out and live their lives. I want them to have experiences, travel, tastes, enjoy life. That's the most important thing. My son's 20 now, and he just went off to Spain he's in university in Florida, didn't tell anybody, bought a ticket to Madrid for the weekend and had a wonderful time. And I couldn't be prouder as a parent because he's going out, he's living his best life. So for the future generations, I say, live your best life.
If you say you are very proud that your son is going out,
Yeah.
Why is it so strange in the States? Not a lot of people go out. Is it because of the price? Is it because of the less of vacation, or is it because they are more scared to go outside?
I think it's a few different things. I think that, yes, it might be price. Most people don't have a passport. They're not close to other borders, and they feel like it's too far to go. But it's also a very insular community, and I think they're losing so much by not experiencing the rest of the world. I disagree with not travel as far as you can, as much as you can, and enjoy life as much as you can.
I think you will learn. A good word. Yeah,
you will learn. Yeah. You'll learn to appreciate other cultures, other languages, other foods, and really grow. You have to grow.
Yeah. This is very important for all of you, and stay mobile. Go ahead and keep democracy as long as possible.
Yes.
And so you have the right to go and to travel wherever you like.
Yes.
And I think this educates a lot and gives more tolerance and more understanding for each culture. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure.
Ciao.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you, Richard.
Thank you.